Hi, my name is Albert Alvarez, and we're going to be doing a demo on how to use the new Citrix XenMobile tool in order to sign your APNS certificate. APNS is used in order to talk to Apple. It's called Apple Push Notification Services, and our MDM XenMobile Device Manager server requires to have a certificate in order to talk to it. So you can have an idea how APNS work. We're going to do a quick demonstration here. So when the device first go into enrollment to the XenMobile Device Manager, it'll make a connection to the XenMobile Device Manager server, where in acknowledgement of that, then it'll require communication into the APNS server. So when the XenMobile Device Manager is sending an update or has to make any communication to the device, it will contact the APNS Apple service in order to make that communication and then provide a session to the device. Once the device is verified with the Apple Push Notification Services, then XenMobile Device Manager will continue to talk directly to the device. In order to create a certificate request, we're going to use a server 2012 R2. We'll be using IIS to create a certificate request. However, you're able to use, if you have a Mac, OpenSSL, any other appliance that provide you the option to create a certificate signing request. So we'll get started now. I want to be logging into my server to create the CSR request. Okay, let's go into the Windows server. We're going to go into the Start menu and look for the IIS Manager console. We're going to launch the IIS Manager console. Once we're there, we're going to go into the main area and go for server certificate. We're going to open that option, and we're going to see on our right hand side on the action panel, we can see that there's an option for create certificate request. This request is going to have all your organization information, your current name. Usually we just use the enrollment FQDN, organization name, the company's name. We can also put more description as far as like organizational unit, city, and state and country or region where you are at. So to create that, we're going to continue. We're going to hit next, and we want to create a 2048 length key, and we're using Microsoft RSA for this. And then we want to save that file in a location we can find it. We're going to need this right after. So I'm going to name it APNS.CSR. I'm going to finish it and save it. And then we're going to move to a browser in order to get to the location of the Citrix XenMobile Toolkit portal. So save this, let's copy it now to the computer where I'm going to be using the browser. So you can see the URL is XenMobiletools.citrix.com. Just input that, click, it's going to redirect you to the page. You're going to need to log in. You can use my Citrix account, or you can create a new account. So once we're there, you're going to see it's a step process to create the certificate. Step number 1 is upload the CSR, which is the file that we just created. There, it's going to allow you to browse. I'm going to look for the file that we saved on the desktop. So my apns.csr.txt in this case. You're going to open that file to upload it. So once we're there, we're going to sign it. Once we sign that, this is going to convert the file to the format needed by the Apple portal in order to create an APNS file. So this is going to be a plist file. You can see the extension. And then we're going to upload that on the step number 2. We're going to upload that into the Apple Push Certificate site. This requires also you to have an account. You log in. And when you hit create and registration and accept, you want to look for that plist file that we just created. We're going to upload it. And then the Apple is going to do complete the signing. It's going to download the file. It's going to give you a PEM format file, that PEM. You're going to download this. And this is a file we're going to use now to complete the certificate request we previously created on the IIS server. So we're going to copy this file and we're going to go back now into our IIS console in order to complete the certificate request we started. So when we go back into the action panel, we're going to go into the right hand side. We're going to see complete the certificate request, and then we're going to just browse and upload the PEM file that we just downloaded. And just browse for it. Change the station so I can see the different extension files. Put it on my desktop. Okay, so see it there, MDN_SendPrice certificate.pem. I'm going to give it a friendly name for identification purposes. And then now we can see that we have the APNS certificate on my IIS server. So what I want to do now, I want to export this. We're going to see, just check the date, everything is valid. See the friendly name we gave it. You see the expiration date and the keys there. So we want to export this now. We're going to export this by just right clicking, saying export. We're going to export this as on the PFX format, which is what we're going to use on the XenMobile Device Manager server. Once we export it from here, we give it a password. It's going to have the certificate, including the private key. So we'll export this, and then we're going to go to the process of completing the APNS installation part on the XenMobile Device Manager to include this certificate. See my PFX certificate here. Now we go into the XenMobile Device Manager server and the option of defining the APNS certificate. We're going to put the same password we gave the certificate we exported it, and then we're going to browse for this PFX file. I'm going to open, and then as you guys can see here, it has all the information matching the certificate that we created, and this will allow you to complete the installation process. Well, I hope this demo helped. And my name is Albert Alvarez with Citrix Systems. Thank you.